Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse Presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 4, Episode 12, Both Alike in Dignity, Part 2. Where we come in today is once again in the infinite floating void, where upon the horizon is the massive visage of Baba Yaga, flowers in her dress and her raven locks floating all about her. She looks down and says, "Welcome back, players. It is wonderful to see all of you again. New deck, new boons. Come forward, please, please. We've been too impersonal. Get comfortable. I have made a new deck for you, with many different characters that you have actually played and had other people actually play in your time with each
In
other.
an actual play.
Yes, in an actual play. But it appears that, Elliot, you get first choice of this deck, so please step forward. But remember, the only rule is you cannot pick your own Shadow Valley character.
Ah.
Who will it be?
Oh, well, if there's going to be a loophole, I'm going to pick my own character from the Phoenix game, the Ruby Phoenix, I think. Crimson?
Yes, Fists of the Ruby Phoenix.
Yeah. I'm going to Bubblegum Sweet. That's my homegirl. I miss her. She is one of my favorite NPCs, now NPCs, but one of my favorite characters I have played because she's just chaos in the best form.
Very well. Bubblegum Sweet, the Witch of Candy Mountain. And she reaches down her massive hand, flips over the card, and you see that there is the pink-skinned, pink-haired gnome with the purple witch's hat standing in front of you, with Splendor, her fox, flitting about her. She looks to you and says, "Oh, hey there. Overlady said that she wants me to, read something and give you a little poem. And well, Splendor, do you think you could read it?" And, "Surely, Mum. Of course." And he grabs a scroll from her backpack, and it unfurls and floats in front of him. And Splendor begins to read. "What's the sitch?" asked the witch, fox pal floating behind. "Scritch the itch," said the eldritch, being whose magic's entwined. The gnome with a twitch discovered her niche, wings of a draconic kind. Each PC can cast a single usage of dragon form, 8th level, with a duration of 10 minutes. Normally, dragon form is a 1-minute spell, and Danny actually has it as a 6th level, so you can cast this, but yours only lasts a minute. But now, each of you, I will drop this in all of your inventories, has the ability to cast an 8th level dragon form one time, and it'll last for 10 minutes.
I love that so much.
Okay, Con has it. Reese. Sorry, Fantasy Grounds is chugging a little slow, as all of you know. Okay, Reese has it. Then Zavid.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that would be kind of a fun one. I'm excited to see all of you use that. Okay, there's Zavid. You get one. And then
everybody goes dragon at the same time.
Oh my god.
That's how I
Power
envisioned
Rangers
it,
style.
Yeah.
Rovagug, we walk up to dragons. Everybody just transforms right in front.
That was kind of how I imagined it, yeah. But if you're wanting to, we don't have to go over it because it's very, very long. But if anyone wants to look at the stats while we play, there's the stats for Dragon Form. If you scroll all the way to the bottom where it says heightened, those are the correct stats right there. But like I said, that's super duper long. We don't have to go over it. But yes, you now have a way to transform into dragons for 10 minutes, one time. Baba Yaga looks down to you, Bubblegum Sweet and Splendor look to you and say, "Well, we really hope this helps." "Aye, hopefully you can get all of this done, Mum, and good luck out there." And Bubblegum and Splendor, turn into a blue transparent hologram.
Oh, I love them.
Baba Yaga looks down to you and says, "Very well, the card has been chosen. Ta for now." She fades away once more into the distance. Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse Presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 4, Episode 13, Westbound and Down. That's where we're going to come in today. But, as per usual, we come in the ever-infinite floating void, and the massive haromat of Baba Yaga, who has flowers in her hair and her raven locks floating all about her. She looks down and sees each of you. You see in front of you the basketball court-sized cards with pictures of different PCs who have played in this game throughout the 3.5 real-life Earth years we've been playing.
Stop it.
Which is insanity. But she looks down to you and says, "Welcome back, players. It has been far too long. An actual month, I believe. Ah, but it is wonderful to see you all. Please, step forward, step forward. Ash, it's your turn to pick one this week."
So, let's see. What are my options?
The only rule is you may not pick your own Shadow Valley character, so Danny Arion is off limits to you.
That is fine. Let us go with Dirge.
Ah, Dirge Rotgut, eh? A classic old pal. Dirge Rotgut, the Mountain Hoof. Very well. And Baba Yaga reaches down her mighty hand, flips over the card, and standing there is a Dirge. The large, strong, green-skinned, long-haired orc. He looks to, and he's shirtless. He's holding a bow staff. He has gi pants on. He looks to you and says, "Hey there, Danny. Good to see y'all. But Lover Lady here says she wants me to read something for all y'all and give you a little boon. Hope you like it." And he pulls out a little stone that has some carvings in it, and from where you're standing, it looks to be druidic. But he begins to read. "Power of earth beneath our feet. Power of water at rivers meet. Power of air, birds soar on high. Power of fire, where shadows die. When played, the PC is able to cast a single primal spell of 9th level or lower." So normally, Danny, you have access to primal spells, which are druid spells, but you only have up to 6th level spells, and even if you max out with master druid spellcasting at level 18 or 18 to 20, you can still only get up to 8th level spells as with your druid dedication. No matter how hard you try, you can't get 9th or 10th level spells by the rules, But this allows you to cast one single 9th level primal spell, or druid spell, as you were, of your choice at any time.
So once in your life, you'll be able to attain true druidic mastery.
That's right.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah. You'll be able to taste what it's like to be an actual, max level druid for just a moment. I've dropped that in your inventory. It is called Dirge Rotgut Mountain Hoof. Dirge looks to you and says, "I really hope that this comes in handy for y'all. It's a lot of power to be wielded by one person, but I know you're responsible enough to deal with it. See y'all later." And Dirge fades into a blue hologram.
I don't know if I've actually seen Dirge, but damn, hot orc.
I know, you're right. You would have loved. Reese would have loved Dirge. He
Dirge was awesome.
Dirge was the best. He was a monk who took druid dedication, so he was fantastic. But Baba Yaga looks down to you and says, "Very well. The card has been chosen. Let me see here. Next time, I believe, yes, Shane, it is your turn to pick."
Yippee.
Ta for now. And Baba Yaga fades away once more into the distance. Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse Presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 4, Episode 14, The Mordant Spire. That's where we're coming in today.
Yeah, never meet your heroes. Bandersnatch.
Never.
The Bandersnatch especially.
Yeah, Magic Bane Bandersnatch. He's a really good actor, but kind of mean in person. But this is where we come in today, in the infinite floating void of Baba Yaga. The massive haromat stands before you with a dozen basketball-sized, court-sized cards, each with pictures of familiar PCs upon them. And then Baba Yaga taking up the entire horizon, flowers in her dress, her raven locks floating around her. She looks down at you and says, "Welcome back, players. It is so wonderful to see all of you again."
Yeah.
It has been
Nice to
too
see
long
you
since
again.
you've been here, Eldritch. Wonderful to see you. But I believe, Shane, it is your turn to pick this week. Please come forward. 2 have been chosen, 10 remain. And remember, the one rule, you cannot pick Zavid.
I look around. I see that there are some who are characters that have been played by those who remain here, but some who were played by those that do not remain here. And so I see Dirge, Rockgut taken. I look over to Demirius and I walk over and see what Saren Ray's grief has for me.
Darius Altharona, eh? Very interesting choice. A good friend, but one who frightened Zavid greatly. Let us see what he has in store. Baba Yaga reaches down her massive hand, flips over the card, and standing before you is Demirius Altharona, half-elf, massive man, full plate, with a huge fauchard in his hand that you know he got from an old dwarven ruin given to him by Sarenrae herself. He looks to you and he says, hey there, Shane. It's good to see you again. Overlady here says she wanted me to write something and give you a little bit of Sarenrae's light, so hopefully this will help you out a little. And he pulls out a book, tattered religious tome. He flips it open and flips to a certain page and he begins to read. Well, you wonder why I'm called Sarenrae's grief, why you never hear the ends of my belief, and why does my countenance seem to have a downward crimp? Well, the reason is that I am Sarenrae's simp. Sarenrae's grief takes some of the darkness off your back. Gain 5 hero points.
Oh my god.
So this takes effect immediately. You, Zavid, can add 6 now because you get your weekly hero points. So you now have 6 more hero points to use as you see fit.
Abe would be proud.
Wouldn't he? And with that, Demirius looks to you and says, go with Sarenrae. And wow, he becomes a blue transparent hologram.
I'm going to take a look at these hero points and briefly consider swapping to Sarenrae instead of Kapuri. If this is what's in store for Zavid, maybe he just needs to find a god that does this shit.
Mm-hmm. Be a little polytheistic or something. But Baba Yaga looks down to you and says, very well, the card has been chosen. A good friend indeed. Hopefully we can see him once again. We'll see you soon. Ta for now. And Baba Yaga fades away once more into the distance. Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse Presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 4, Episode 15, Axis of Rotation. This is where we're going to come in today. Once again, as per usual, within the infinite floating void and the humongous haromat of Baba Yaga, the Overlady, she looks down to you. Before her lie 12 basketball court-sized cards with familiar faces of PCs upon them. She looks down and says, oh, welcome back, players. It's been, I think, 2 weeks. Too long for my taste.
It's been
How
a
have you all
while.
been?
Yeah. I've been good. I've been good.
Wonderful to hear. But Eldridge, today is your day. Please step
It is?
forward. 3 have been chosen. I believe that leaves 9.
She
But
runs.
remember,
She just
you cannot have
dashes out.
Con.
Books it.
Naruto runs the whole way.
Yeah.
But remember, you cannot pick Con solo.
Yeah, I remember that much. I remember that much. I know we kind of stopped doing our betting, but I would be throwing everyone a curveball if we were.
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
If you
I know.
pick,
If you want, we could bet real quick.
Yeah, hold on. I can go back to
Yeah.
regular view. Let's see.
Yeah. Are we throwing it into?
I was gonna say, if you
Zoom
pick
chat or Discord chat?
Zavid or Sir Hop, I have no problem doing their voice for the card.
Nice.
To like,
Nice. I will totally let either of you do that.
Alright.
Let's see. Where are we betting? Discord or in Zoom?
We'll do the chat.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm
Zoom
averting
chat?
my eyes.
Okay.
So I don't see any
think-
notifications.
Okay, where it is.
It's a
Okay, there
little
it is.
foot out of my armpit.
Okay, let me
Okay,
Okay,
I'm gonna go with what I
change
thought.
everything
I'm
up.
going with my original guess.
Okay, so I think I'll do
2 are out. We're still waiting on Elliot's. Okay, all 3 are out there. Con.
Alright, cool. Okay. I walk all the way to the card of Baba Yaga herself.
Ooh, all 3 of us were incorrect.
me and Shane thought it was Frag.
Yep, I thought it was going to be Merla.
When you walked over there, I was like, yes, yes. And you said Baba Yaga herself. I was like,
Damn it.
Okay.
I never thought of pick. I kind of thought we were all going to do that one last. So I'm
I love
excited to
it.
see what this one will be.
This is going to be a
Yeah.
fun one.
Oh, picking me, are we? Very well. I've been excited to give you a little bit of my own power. Here we are, then.
She reaches down her mighty hand and picks
Cast
up
Wish unlimited times per day.
and she picks up the Baba Yaga the Overlady card, flips it over, and before you is a very small version of Baba Yaga, flowers in her hair, and she looks to you and says,
Well, now, here's a bit of a boon I've been working on for you. I hope you enjoy it.
she pulls out a bit of scroll and begins, I need to get it off there as well, there we go, and begins to read.
Welcome, players. It has been too long since starting your story and righting the wrong. To help you gain glory with aid I endow, knowledge of weakness, ta-ta for now, grants you the knowledge of a single named foe's weakness.
Any foe? Any foe?
Any named foe.
So
You
it
don't
can't
have to
just
use
be
it
like
right now.
Wolf 7.
Right,
So,
exactly. You can't just say
I know what I
wolves
would
or
say.
demons or whatever.
I
But
know-
you don't have to use it now. You can, but you don't have to.
You could wait,
You can
okay.
discuss it. You can wait,
I know-
or you can discuss it, whatever you
I
want.
know what I would say because it's the only thing I can think of. And that is the one thing that we're trying to stop from breaking free this entire time. Knowing its weakness would be so good. But also, part of me feels like that might make things a little too easy. I don't know. Up to you.
We'll sleep on
There's
it.
also the possibility that the answer is none if you go with that.
Which is also good to know. That's knowledge
Yeah.
we didn't have before.
That is a possibility. I'm not saying it is, but there's a possibility that the answer is none.
Mhm.
So use that as you would. Choose. I've
It also
put
be
that.
Provocative
super
sweetness.
hyper specific or something. Like it takes months of preparation to figure it out or make it.
Yes, but I've put that in your bag. It's called Baba Yaga the Overlady.
Gotcha.
You can use that whenever you'd like.
Cool. Too bad I already know that Rovagug's weakness is dairy.
We just gotta make him a giant milkshake.
Oh, no.
That's all.
Yeah.
I drink your
If we cover
milkshake.
Galarian in cheese and yogurt, he won't be able to eat us.
Grotus is made out of cheese. Just crash the moon down into the planet.
Very
Go.
well. I hope that this
Go.
becomes useful to you in your endeavors in Corn Galarian. Ta for now.
And Baba Yaga the Small, wow, turns into a transparent blue hologram, as per usual. Now the normal Overlady looks down to you and says,
4 down, 8 to go, and I believe, yes, let's see. Next time, Elliot, it'll be your turn to pick.
Ooh, fun.
Ta for now, all.
and
Bye-bye.
Baba Yaga fades once more into the distance. Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse Presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 4, Episode 16, The Sewers of Sayashto. That's where we're coming in today, but as per usual, we come in the great infinite floating void to the hero card mat of the great Baba Yaga the Overlady, where there are basketball court-sized cards with familiar PCs upon them. Baba Yaga looks down to you, flowers in her hair, her raven locks floating about her. She says,
Welcome back, players. It has been far too long. Ash especially. Welcome back. Now, I believe, Elliot, it is your turn today. Please step forward. What do we have? What will it be?
We have some choices to make, but I feel especially like I planned this a bit, but especially since he retweeted the post of us going live today, my good friend from real life that I brought into our campaign for a little bit of time, he retweeted, so I'm going and gonna put in Frag for my choice today.
Oh, Frag, sibling FR76 of the Cogito Machinists, eh?
Yep.
Half man, half orc. Very well.
Baba Yaga reaches down her mighty hand, flips over the card, and before you stands Frag, sibling FR76. Hulking orc, mostly metal, looks down at you. He's got his battle axe on his back, and he says, hey there, Reese. Elliot, good to see you again. It's been nice seeing all your adventures, and, it seems like you're trying to do the right thing for the world, but, the overlady wanted me to write this, so, I programmed a poem for you. And he pulls out a little Palm Pilot, and he starts to read off of this glowing machine. And he says, after the war, I ate up the lies of gnomish decor and aligning skies. Know now what's in store, must stock up on pies. I ask you once more, are we the bad guys?
Yes! Oh my god, yes.
When played, one of Frag's pies appears in the hand of every PC. If eaten, the PC is healed as the 2-action heal spell of appropriate level, and the healing is maximized.
Fuck yeah.
So currently, you all are all to the ability of having 9th level spells, so this is essentially 100 HP right here.
Ooh.
Yeah.
For each of us.
For each of you. If you play
Everyone.
this card, it's essentially, and if you wait 2 levels to level 19, it would be a 10th level heal spell, which is like 110 healing or something.
Jesus.
Oh my.
Just whenever you need it. Bam.
Also, ladies and gentlemen and alike, don't worry if the DM starts to freeze. This internet has been wonky for quite some time.
Yes, that is, my internet has been cutting in and out. I apologize for that. But, yes, let me put the Frag Sibling FR76 card into your inventory there, Reese. There you go. But you can use that whenever you need it. Baba Yaga looks down to you, or Frag looks to you and says, well, I hope that can be helpful to you guys. They're a little waterlogged because, we went under the water, and then they might be a little dry because I haven't taken them out of my chest, but they should still be good. A lot of preservatives. And with that, Frag turns into a blue, transparent hologram and fades into the distance. And Baba Yaga looks to you and says,
Well, looks like an old friend will be helping you when you need it. But it appears 5 have been chosen. And next time, Ash, it'll be your turn to pick. Alright, ta for now. And Baba Yaga fades once more into the infinite void.
welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse Presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 4, Episode 17. Will the real secret shade please stand up?
Oh, stop.
Thank you.
Oh.
I will never stop. Can't stop, won't stop. This is where we're coming back in today. However, we are, as always, within the infinite floating void of the abyss, and the wonderful, massive Baba Yaga, the Overlady, with her flowery dress and her raven locks. She towers above all of you. And Eldritch, it looks like you just got logged in. Do you need a moment for me to share the map, or do you want me to do it now?
Yeah.
Yeah, give it to you now? Okay, 1 second. Let me try... Nope, wrong way. Make small. Decrease size. Decrease map size. There we go. And share. There you go.
Thank you.
So, no problem.
So, Baba Yaga looks to all of you and says, Welcome back, players. So excited it's only been a week since we were last met. I always enjoy our time together. It would appear, however, that, Ash, it is your turn to pick, all the way from across the pond. So please step forward, step forward. Who will it be?
I think we have seen a lot of amazing cards being picked, and I'm going to go with Zavid for this week.
Zavid, eh? Oh, very well.
And Shane, you have in the past volunteered to read your cards, so I'm going to send this to you in Discord real fast.
Okay.
It even gives you a little bit of how the meter works. So
I
I'll give you
thought I thought I could guess myself, but I'm like, how egotistical. I'm not gonna guess myself. So I guessed Khan instead, and I was wrong.
All good.
All right.
But I'll give you a moment to see that. But
She says, "Oh, Safid, picking one of your own today, I see. Very well."
she reaches down her mighty hand, flips over the card, and before you is Zavid, the fetchling, gray skin, yellow eyes, Umbromancer of Cabriri. And
Hello. So I have this poem to read. Here we go. One night a shade entered my mind within. The pain, the dark it stabbed and felt akin to cold and far off lands rushing within. For once a gift given for free herein. From him who From him who gnaws your shadows may walk in. Cabri has bequeathed me a gift, the ability for Luxatumbra to step into each other's shadow once per day. Ooh.
Ooh.
So our shadows are now little hiding spots. Pretty cool. Good job, Ash, for choosing me.
with
and-
that... Oh, go ahead.
And he
And with that,
disappears.
Zavid disappears as a blue, transparent hologram.
You didn't tell me this was painful.
So, Ash, I'm going to drop the Zavid Umbromancer of Cabriri card within your inventory. This is much like, I know, Ash, you weren't here, but for the rest of you, this is much like in Osirian when you entered Karatz's kingdom in the City of the Dead and you
Oh, yeah.
hid inside Zavid's shadow. It's basically that, but you can do it to each other.
Ooh.
It's just a thing you can do once a day now. Yes, once per day. That's just an ability you have.
Oh,
So-
shit.
Yeah. So, Baba Yaga looks to you and says,
"Ah, quite a boon. This could be fortuitous for if you need to sneak anywhere. But, let's see, next week, it is, I should have had this up. Shane gets to choose next time. But, ta-ta for now."
and Baba Yaga fades once more into the distance. Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 4, Episode 18, Aghast from the Past. That's where we're coming in today, in the infinite floating void of Baba Yaga. The hero card mat, ever vast in front of you, the cards the size of basketball courts, with faces of familiar PCs lie in front of you. Baba Yaga looms over the horizon, her raven locks floating about her. She looks down and says,
Welcome back, players. 3 weeks in a row. Goodness me, I think that's a record for quite some time. Welcome back. Wonderful to see you all.
Glad
I
to
believe
be
today. Yes, I believe, Shane, it is your turn today. Please come forward. Who will it be? 6 down, 6 remain.
Yes, indeed. I like to go through them all and just kind of look at the pros and cons and what I think is going to happen. Starting from top to bottom, left to right, with Khan, I think Khan's card's probably something combat focused. Maybe it's like something to aid like with evasion, or maybe it's a way to just add like sneak attack to one thing, even if you don't have it. Which, something like that. I'm thinking like that could be good. I'm gonna skip Danny's because I've already agreed not to take Danny's since we're gonna try to keep it fun and random here. Lumbee is a paladin of Abadar or a cleric? Okay,
Paladin.
so I already took one paladin with Demirius. I could be the paladin stealer and just steal all the paladins. That'd be kind of fun. If it's Abadar, it's probably something like taking. Well, actually, there really isn't like an advantage disadvantage in Pathfinder, but the way that they do order in that system is you don't roll, like Modrons don't roll for damage. They always take the average damage every time. and it can cancel out advantage or disadvantage and always make it a regular roll every time. Or you can make a roll just be a 10, like it take 10 on an attack or something. So maybe if it's Abadar, it's something like that, but I don't know. That could also be money related, like just get like 1 million gold. Merla. Now Merla's interesting because she's kind of a mushroom grandma, you know? Like a really sweet halfling lady that would make you like incredible dishes, but they have to have like stuff she found in the forest in them. Like you're not gonna have anything that it wasn't something she's like, I picked that 2 days ago or something like that. I wonder if it's like a healing. She might have like a healing thing.
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah. If I recall, she was the healer type in our group.
If there's one thing Merla's gonna do, it's heal.
Yeah. So maybe it's an ability to heal other people. Like if we if you see somebody within 60 feet of you, you can use all 3 of your actions and just give them full hit points or something cool like that. That's what I would think. Then for Reese, I think would either be stealth based because of Reese's like focus on stealth, or it would be social. So maybe like diplomacy, society, something like that. And then I don't know what the hell Sir Hop maybe like a jump. or just that one spell that all the mages use, warding aggression, just like you get to use that a lot or something. So that's what I think. With that in mind, if there's one thing that I feel Zavid lacks a lot of, it is social grace. We're gonna go with Reese. Reese, give me some of your erudite social power. I need assistance.
I thought you were gonna go for Khan, honestly.
I thought Khan.
I was also incorrect. I forgot who I even said.
Somebody said Reese.
Yeah, I said Merla. That's right.
I said Reese.
Elle, you got it.
Hero point.
So yeah, I was gonna say take a hero point then, Eldritch.
My psychic powers win again.
Yes, indeed.
For maybe the first time.
Yeah, I think this is the first time we've ever gotten it. Elliot, I have just sent you, if you would, in a moment, read that off. Not right this second, but...
No. Very well, Reese, eh? Starting the wheel off, I see. Reese Gilpin.
Maybe it just gives me like a really buff physique. It's just a cosmetic thing. You're just now buff.
Right. And Baba Yaga reaches down her mighty hand, flips over the card, and before you is Reese. Long, silky white hair with a long, I believe you said you're doing purple now because of your wog. Purple streak in it.
Yes.
Gold chain, but otherwise, just a little bit of a Speedo.
How tall is Reese?
He's like 6'8".
Oh, he's
that
really
tall?
Yeah.
Oh my
There's
god!
no
So
problem. I didn't even know
so Shane is looking up at this man in a Speedo, like maybe I've made a mistake.
Yeah, no, he's close to like 6'8". I know Gurka was taller than him.
Yeah.
And she was like 7 foot something. So, or maybe he was 6'3". Either way, he's like 6 foot something. He's not short.
6 foot tall.
Yeah, he's 6 foot.
I'm
and
6
some
foot.
change.
6 foot and tall inches.
Yeah, 6 foot and tall inches.
Yeah.
So yeah, his magical card turns over and says, "Rippling and chiseled, running, jumping, climbing trees. Damn, that elf is hot."
Oh, it's a haiku. Nice.
Yeah. So all this time watching Reese's athletic prowess increases Khan's, Danny's, Zavid's, and Zavid's acrobatics or athletics proficiency by 1 step.
Oh, that's big. That's so good. Okay.
Yeah, you guys.
So everyone, go to your skills tab right now. Well, not Reese actually.
No, I don't need any
Everyone,
more.
but yeah, you don't get this one. Everyone but Reese, go to your skills tab. In the top
God.
right, click the edit list. It's a little blue pen. And then go down to, you can only pick one, acrobatics or athletics, and click it 1 step higher to a maximum of legendary.
Okay. I have legendary acrobatics. I can now crawl at full speed. I can fall from any height and take no fall damage.
You can fall from orbit.
I can fall from orbit and land and be fine. I'd like.
Athletics is the only one I do not have, so I'm
Might be good.
Being untrained at level 17, going to trained, that's a huge jump.
Athletics
Yeah.
is also super useful.
Danny's athletics is currently at a 0 because her strength is a 0. So if you give yourself
Oh.
trained, I think that'll put you at like a 20 or something.
okay.
A 19 maybe.
Yeah, because I have a -1 strength, so mine's
How
an
do I?
I have a
Alright,
plus.
It
First,
would
you
not.
click the little blue pen at the top right where it says Edit List, and then
Yep.
go over to under Prof, and where it's got the little line next to Athletics, click it one time, and it'll just say a T.
This changes how I'm gonna do my level up. Like
Yeah, I
I
figured
have to
it
go
would, but I
back
didn't think
now
you'd
and
mind.
change
Yeah.
that.
Yeah,
This
I
is
know,
good. This
'cause
is a
with,
good decision.
With Reese, his acrobatics is at 23, but his athletics is at 26.
Nice. Danny, if you're having issues with yours, I can just swap or change that up real quick for you.
Yes, please.
Here you go.
Thank
There you go. You now have a
Thank
night. You went from 0 to 19 in athletics instantly.
Jesus.
That was better for you than it was for any of us.
Yeah, right?
I also love the idea that like Reese shows up and is just like posing, or whatever, and like you
Did I
chiseled
become
muscles
more
and stuff,
athletic?
and it's like you could be just like me, and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna be even squishier and weirder.
See, I think Reese like turns over to you as Savine and just goes, "You know what? I wouldn't expect anything less, but I really don't want to be in that body again and experience that. So just stay away from me as far as switching bodies. Thank you." And he
My bones can bend now.
And he turns into a blue transparent hologram.
Wonderful
yeah.
choice. This especially seems to be quite a boon to little Miss Danny. But let us see. For next week, our 100th episode, Eldritch, you, having been here since session 1, get to choose.
Oh, yippee!
Ta-ta for now.
And you may close out of Baba Yaga's map as she fades once more into the... Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse Presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 4, Episode 19. 100th episode spectacular! Bow, 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 bow.
I love that.
And that is where we are coming in today. Once again, everyone, thank you so much for 100 episodes. Congratulations to all of us. I never thought we would make it this far. But
Wow,
where
you're
we
so
come in...
hopeful.
I know, right? I was supposed to just be a replacement for a DM who left, like a different server. Ash, wasn't it called something else? Weren't we called like?
Are you sure
Are
you
you
want
want to do that? Yeah, that was it. But
Yep.
anyway, the show survived despite all odds.
The show endures.
The show endures.
Yeah.
So
I am the show.
So once again, we come in the infinite floating void and the hero mat of Baba Yaga the Overlady. Each of these dozen basketball court-sized cards with familiar PCs sit in front of you. Baba Yaga looms over the horizon, her raven locks floating about her. She looks down and says,
Welcome back, players. I think 4 weeks in a row now. Wonderful. And congratulations again on 100 sessions. And as we said last time, being as you're the only one from session 1, Eldritch, you have the honor today. Step forward, please.
Little old me. I get to pick on the 100th session.
All yours.
I jog past the cards. I'm out of breath. Oh, Baba Yaga!
She's running away.
There's two of you!
Oh, that's because I was trying to say real quick. Eli has, Lumbee has, the overlady, as the main thing for the camera to follow, not Eldridge.
Oh, whoops.
Yeah, so I'm usually used to having the person who's,
Here, I can do this. How
Thank
about that?
you, thank you, thank you.
Yes, there we go. Problem solved.
I think. Wait, hold on. It's still saying the green one is okay. Eldridge is there. It's so weird. It's not this show Without tech issues.
No, it wouldn't be.
Of
It
course.
wouldn't be. We couldn't get through our 100th episode without tech problems.
Yeah.
It's fine.
I can remove her from the board if we need be.
Wait, hold on.
Oh my god, look at the cat.
I got it. Okay. I moved L on my own.
Okay.
I got this. Okay, so we're now
Fabulous.
in L's perspective.
Woo!
Yes. There we go. Thank you, Fantasy Grounds, being weirdo.
Thanks everyone for your patience.
Anyway,
Eldridge.
Eldridge.
All right. You know, we've been on a real hot streak, I would say, of choosing each other's current player characters. So I'm going with Danny.
Yes!
I was right.
Oh!
That
I
means
didn't want to. Like, I didn't want to be conceited and be like, of course she's gonna pick me.
I feel that because that's how I felt with Shane picking Reese.
Yep, Reese, you can take Elliot, you can take a hero point for Reese. Ash, I am sending this to you. And Ash, I'll tell you if you do it precisely the way I wrote it, I'll give you a hero point as well. Or you can just read it. Your choice.
Okay.
But give me a second to get there. But yes, so Baba Yaga says, picking another one of your fellows today, eh? Wonderful. Queen Daniela Arion. Wonderful choice. She reaches down her massive hand, and whoops, that's the wrong link. Sorry.
Grabs Eldritch Token and squeezes.
And she flips over the card, and standing before you is Danny, a beautiful half-elf queen with a crown that is of gold and silver that is crafted to look like leaves, like an Emperor of Rome. Fine dress and lilac eyes stands before you.
Hi,
You're
Con.
No, you were. I thought you were.
Well, thank you for choosing me. I have a little something for you. And so I'll learn a spell, or maybe 2 or 3. I'll add a few new friends to my menagerie. I'll read some smut, pray to Shalyn, and basically just wondering when will I get to sin. When played, PC cast Banishment as a 9th level spell, sending the targets to a harmless demiplane in the form of Danny's Tower. No saving throw for creatures below demigod status.
Oh, fuck
Ooh.
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's dope.
It's that could be very helpful in the future.
Yeah. Yeah.
When will my sin begin?
Dropping that in your inventory now, Con. The Danny Arion Queen of Druma card. So, yes, you can now use that to, at any point, cast Banishment with no saving throw to the enemy as long as they are not at least a demigod. So, I'll tell you that, like, Shax would be on that level, but anything weaker than about Shax would be no saving throw, banished.
Yeah.
Nice.
But with that,
So you're
Danny-
telling me you can't tell Rovagug to go to your room?
Exactly. That is. I have put a little bit of a limit. On
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
So, but with that, Daniela Arion, fades into a blue transparent hologram, and it gives the Queen wave. And Baba Yaga says, "Wow, wonderful! Most of Luxatumbra down. Looks like only the Conrad solo card remains. Perhaps Elliot will choose it. But let us see. Next time, on our 101th episode, that is going to be Elliot. Perhaps we could finish off Luxatumbra. Ta for now." And Baba Yaga fades once more into the void. Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse Presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 4, Episode 20, The Herald of Norgorber. That's where we're coming back in today, but as per usual, we come in the infinite floating void upon the hero card mat of Baba Yaga, the dozen basketball court-sized cards with familiar PCs are sitting in front of you. Baba Yaga taking up the entire horizon, flowered dress, raven locks floating around her. She looks down to you all and says, "Welcome back, players! My goodness, 5 weeks in a row. That's fantastic. I think that's a new record for sure." But I believe today it is Elliot's turn.
So please step forward, step forward.
Oh.
Four remain. Who will it be?
If you guys want, take your bets on who I'm gonna pick.
We already did. While
already-
you were,
Oh,
you
man,
went
you guys are
AFK.
so
Already
good.
did.
Oh God, you guys are so smart.
We're doing some advanced gambling.
Yep, we did it
Whoa.
advanced.
All right, so there's a few choices, and God, loved Marla. I love Sir Hop. He was fun, but if there's any character that I haven't really like engaged with because I haven't been in a game with them, it's Lumpy. So I'm gonna go pick Lumpy for this one.
We were all wrong.
Interesting.
We're
All
all
of us
wrong.
were wrong. Very interesting.
I feel like Khan would be like
Bronza.
too close to something that Reese can already have if it's an individual card. So that's the only reason why I didn't pick her.
You know what Cons is gonna be? Do everything better.
Yeah,
That's the.
better.
Don't you want to be better?
Don't you want to
That
be
just makes
better?
you better.
Come on, why wouldn't you want to just be better at absolutely everything?
Lumbi Bronzam, eh? One of the gardeners of Corvosa. Yes, definitely a good ally to Luxatumbra. She is the chosen of Abadar, god of cities, finance, and law. Let's see what she has for you.
Baba Yaga reaches down her massive hand, flips over the card, and there before you was Lumpy Bronzearm, the mini mountain. Small halfling, small even by halfling standards. Dusty blonde hair and a deep, deep tan. She has a shield on either arm, looks up to you and she has green eyes with golden flecks, and she looks up to you and says,
Hey there, Elliot. Nice to see you. It's been a while since you had Reese go over to Corvosa. Well, you've really made a lot of progress. I'm super excited to see where it goes from here. But, you know, the overlady here, she wanted me to write this out for you. And
she pulls out a scroll, and a couple of receipts and tax forms fall out of her pocket, and she shoves them aside. But she picks up a scroll and begins to read.
Believe it or not, no need to despair. A little safety I'll guarantee. Stopping a crit with a shield and a prayer. Who could it be? Believe it or not, it's Lumpy. When the PC or an ally is hit with a critical hit, the card can be played to make a perfect shield from Abadar's full vault appear and intercept the strike, becoming a critical miss.
Wow.
Ooh, that's really nice. Oh,
Yes,
wow.
and you have some pretty gnarly fights coming up.
Ow.
So this could potentially save you bacon.
It's sizzling, that's for sure.
Indeed. So
This will
Reese,
be good in case we go up against Urgathoa and she's got like a soul reaping scythe or some cool bullshit like that where it's like if you die you can't be resurrected or something. Critical
yeah,
hit.
if you die to a crit, something
Yeah.
like that. Yes, this could be a game-changing card in the right moment. So I have put that in your inventory. It's called Lumpy Bronzearm, the Mini Mountain. It can be used at any time when you or an ally is on the receiving end of a critical hit. You can just be like, no, 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 not in my house.
Yeah. No, Lumpy was calculated because I'm like, well, out of all of them, it's just like, all right, heals wise, Reese is fine. He doesn't need anything for heals. For Hop could be interesting. Khan, he already has too many similarities to Khan with like technicalities of stealth and stabbing shit. I'm like, Lumpy, we're in Abadar right now.
That's true. You're in Abadar's land. Very true. Axis.
Also, it's smart. I didn't really think about it, but like it gives you a defensive option, right?
Mhm.
Because she's literally called the mini mountain.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm imagining she could get hit by a train and be like unscathed or something. So it's like giving Reese any amount of that defensive ability is a good.
Yeah.
It's a
Good
huge
idea.
buff. Yeah. But Lumpy looks to you and says,
Well, I really hope that Mini Mountain style can aid you in the future. Well, see you around.
and wow, she disappears into a blue transparent hologram, just as the rest. Baba Yaga looks down to you and says,
Oh my, very well. Looks that you have only 3 left. Next time, our good friend Ash across the pond gets to choose. But that is all for now. Ta for now.
and Baba Yaga fades once more into the distance. Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse Presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 4, Episode 21, Rolling on the River. That's where we're coming in today. Thank you for sticking with me through that extremely long synopsis, but quite a lot happened last week. But we come once again into the infinite floating void, to the hero card mat of Baba Yaga, the fortune teller. Before her lies the basketball court-sized cards with friendly NPCs upon them. Her raven locks floating about her, Baba Yaga looks down and says, "Welcome back, players! 6 weeks in a row. Goodness me, this is fantastic. And welcome back, Ash. Always wonderful to see you again. As such, it's your turn to pick today. Please come forward."
Well, since there is only one, I am going to pick Khan, the bloody
Yay!
Rizzolo.
Take a hero point, Elliot.
I was
Hey,
wrong, but I'm still happy.
Khan the bloody Rizzolo, eh? Finishing up Luxatumbra today. Very well.
And I need to send this to Eldritch. 1 second. I should have had that ready. And Eldritch, I will give you the same deal I gave to Danny. If you do it exactly as I write it, I'll give you a hero point, but you
All
are
right.
welcome to just read it, if you would prefer.
Okay.
It's
Or
not
no
done
hero
with
point.
the sickness as far as we know.
It's not down with the sickness.
All right. Easy.
Easy?
Couldn't be easier if you tried.
Okay, so
Right.
easy hero point?
Easy hero points.
All right, so Baba Yaga reaches down her mighty hand, flips
Oh.
over the card, and before you is Conrad Solo. Small rat folk, white of fur, pink of eye.
I'm so glad it was you, Danny, that got to pick me. Oh, I'm quite happy about it.
I hug it.
I do have a poem that the overall lady instructed me to write. So here you go. She does a little bow, and she says, "You're the greatest bloody con, coolest rat ever made. You're as brilliant as an ouchmade. You're a nightmare with a blade, bloody con. When foes see you coming, they should all be afraid."
That's adorable.
Hero point.
So cute.
And then if you would like, you can read the description of what this card does.
Yes. Seeing Khan's mastery with the blade has honed your skills. Reese's sneak attack gains 1d6 permanently. In addition, Zavid and Danny gain the magical trickster feat from the rogue dedication, plus 1d6 sneak attack to spell attacks. Whoa!
Mm-hmm. So now,
That's sick.
Ooh.
yes.
Wait, what? I got something from this?
Zavid and
We all
Danny and
did.
Reese all did. All three of you did. So what's happening here is Danny and Zavid gain a new feat that usually is reserved only for rogues, called Magical Trickster, which when you have an enemy that's off guard and you hit them with a spell attack, just like a normal attack but with a spell, you get sneak attack.
Oh.
So it's only
shit.
1d6, but still, you get sneak
Oh,
attack.
okay.
I'll take that.
And I get
And then-
permanent sneak
And
attack.
Reese already has 1d6 sneak attack. Normally, when you do a rogue dedication, you can't increase your sneak attack past 1, but this has done that.
Yeah.
So, at some point, I will need to be fixing those, but yes, with that, Khan, you begin to fade away into a blue transparent hologram. Wow. And Baba Yaga looks down to all of you and says,
Ooh, this will be coming very handy, I think. Let's see. Next week, though, whose turn? It appears that it will be Shane. You get to pick between Merla Thorngage and Sir Hop of Lilypond. Ta for now.
Baba Yaga fades once more into the distant. Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 4, Episode 22. Abaddon all hope, ye who enter here. Thank you. That's where we're coming in today.
It's a dark tone to end it on there.
Yes, but to bring back a little levity to the situation, we come back within the infinite floating void on the harrow-mat table of the fortune teller Baba Yaga, the overlady. Before you lie basketball court-sized cards, each with familiar NPCs, and Baba Yaga looms high, taking over the horizon, her raven locks floating about her. She looks down to you and says,
Welcome back, players. Wonderful to see you again.
Hi.
Same to you.
Thank you. Yes, please. I believe this week it is Shane's turn to pick. Only 2 left. Who will it be?
I don't know.
You got 2 choices.
2 choices.
Who's after me? Who's the last person picked?
It will be Eldritch gets the last card.
The question then. This is a very, very serious question. Does Eldritch want to pick her own character, or do we want to do a character swap?
That's up to
'Cause
you.
You
That's
can
up
have.
to you.
Well, it is up to me, but
It is
I'm
up to
not,
Shane.
Baba Yaga, let me confer with my counsel real quick.
Of course, you have a moment.
You have an option. You could have Merla if you wanted her. Miss Thorngage or Mrs. Thorngage, widowed, obviously, could be yours, and I would have
For a low,
so
low
we'd have our own
price.
characters, and that'd be kind of cool. But
I think that we should pick each other's characters so that we could have the chance to read the card in their voices.
that's
Yeah.
true.
I have
That's-
liked that.
For that reason, that makes the most sense. I like that. Hold on, let me get back in this game. I just
Very
grabbed the mouse
well.
for my other computer, thinking it was for this one. I'm gonna walk up, look up to Baba Yaga's giant fucking form, and be like, "How was your week?"
Wonderful, and yours? It was a little bit long waiting for the game. My controller's internet was a little bad, sad to say.
My internet is a little bad too, as I cut out. I'm gonna miss pulling these cards with you, Mother of all Witches. It's
As will I.
and I'm glad you've been so benevolent to us. They really, the rumors about you really don't do you justice here in our world, and just want you to know that you put them to shame. You put them to shame.
Well, I appreciate that, child. Thank you very much. You will be dearly missed once this is done.
Oh,
But
God,
come
that
forward.
sounds so ominous, but I appreciate it.
So your choice has been made?
I think the choice to me seems pretty clear. Old Nan.
Very well. Take a hero point, Elliot and Eldritch.
Yes!
Both of you guessed correctly.
Yeah!
That wasn't just to convince you. I actually have been having fun hearing you guys do the voices.
It has been fun.
That was very convincing because I want to hear Eldritch do it, and if I had to do my own voice, to me that would be weird.
Mm-hmm.
Very well. Old Nan, Merla Thorngage, from the Fist of the Ruby Phoenix.
And she reaches down her mighty hand and flips over the card, and before you is Old Nan. She's a halfling, correct?
I'm looking
Yeah,
down.
I'm pretty sure.
Aged halfling with long. Well, you can describe yourself.
I thought she
It's
was
your
a
character.
gnome.
I think she's a halfling.
She wasn't a gnome. She wasn't a
Oh,
gnome.
I was a gnome. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yeah, you were a gnome.
That's a halfling. What I'm looking at is definitely a halfling.
Yeah. But before you was Merla Thorngage.
Yeah. Oh, hello. Oh, it's so good to see all of you.
Hello. I have a question before you get into your spiel. Do you live in like a giant overturned log or something? Like, what do you live in?
Well, wouldn't it so happen that comes up in the address that the overlady asked me to write?
She unfurls a piece of paper.
It begins to read.
Yeah,
Here you
here
go.
we go. There was an old woman who lived in a shroom, deep in the swamplands where pitcher plants bloom. Under the canopy, the dark and the gloom can lead you astray and to your doom. So if you are scared, the trees will subsume. Call on old Merla, and she'll bring the boom. When played, the PC is able to cast a single summon animal spell of 10th level. You can add Azure Worm, Dread Rock, and the Shoalin Orm to the list of options, dearies.
Can you reveal Merla Thorngage again? Because I have it and I forgot it flipped.
There, yep. There she is. Oh, yeah. Send out the image again. There you go.
Yeah, thank you. And then if you want to flip it,
Flipped.
there you go. A Dread Rock, an Azure Worm, and a Shoalin Orm.
To the list of options.
Oh man,
10th level summon animal.
that's pretty great.
So let me drop the
Is
Merla
it,
Thorngage
you summon
card.
one animal, right?
Just one of the 3, yes.
Got it.
Because there isn't actually a 10th level summon animal equivalent, but there is now.
That makes sense. This is interesting. That's really good. Thank you, Merla.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm just happy to give you a gift, dearie.
And with that, she, transforms into a blue transparent hologram and fades and freezes in place.
Well, quite a boon. An interesting spell for Zavid to be casting for certain. But next week, Eldritch, the final card, shall be yours.
What am I gonna pick? I have no idea.
Ta for now.
And Baba Yaga fades once more into the distance. Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse Presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 4, Episode 23, Up a Creek. This is where we come in today, once more into the infinite floating void of the abyss. Baba Yaga looms high above the horizon, flowers in her dress, her raven locks floating about her. She looks down to you and says,
Welcome back, players. It is wonderful to see you once more. It has been such a long journey with all of you. We are, unfortunately, coming close to our end together. But come forward, Eldritch.
Me?
Yes.
Me who
The
just
last-
turned on her ring light.
Though last of the bunch, come forward with your glorious backlight.
Yeah, I'll step forward.
It seems... Yes, go ahead.
Oh, just so many choices as I look around, seeing a bunch of holograms and one suspiciously empty one. What am I gonna choose?
Quite the choice.
You know what? I think it's an unconventional choice. I think I'm gonna choose Sir Hop.
Oh my god. Fooled me.
Well, everyone take a hero point. So, concluded.
Very well. Sir Hop, the Knight of Lily Pond.
And she reaches down her mighty hand, flips over the card, and there before you is Sir Hop, the Grung, with his tricorn hat with a feather in it, red coke billowing about, and silver rapier at his belt.
Frog. Rah! Ha ha! Looks around. Goes, well. Oh, God. Last one? Really? Well. At least I was picked at some point, though this does remind me of when I was but a pollywog. Always last in class. Anyway. How about we turn this sour mood around? A bit of a limerick, or a song, perhaps. And he puffs out his big frog chest and he goes, Huzzah, hooray, the townsfolk said, to celebrate the swings of swords and spells and caravels of suffered mines and slings, and why Galarian is fraught, and whether rats have wings. When played, PC leaps up to 120 feet horizontally or 90 feet vertically with a single action. Huzzah.
Oh, this is perfect
Like
for
a frog.
Khan.
This is great for Khan. Imagine how terrifying that would be.
120 feet horizontal just through the air, like a missile.
A torpedo rat.
Yes.
Exactly. And it's a single action, so you could potentially use a blink charge with your other two actions to gain another, 60 feet?
A lot you could do with this.
So
with
if
a
you-
single action, you got
And then
a lot.
If Zavid earlier than that case gives you haste, you could have an additional action to get a running start. Like, you could do a lot with this. So I'm dropping that into your inventory now. Sir Hop,
We're
Knight
turning-
of Lily Pond.
We're turning Khan into a railgun, is what you're saying.
I mean,
There's
Reese
that.
tried.
Yeah.
There's
That's
also the 90 feet vertical is, you have like a dark fallen angel that's flying above us like, none of you can reach me from down there, you little ant. And you just like, coming up from the ground with your fucking knife. That's also very frightening.
Terrifying. Absolutely terrifying. But I do want to say that, Shane, you get to have an extra hero point because you called two of these cards before they were flipped. Both the Sir Hop card and the Con card. You guessed what they were correctly. So everyone gets a hero point for finishing up the deck, and Zavid, you get a second one for guessing two of the cards straight up. But, yes, Sir Hop, then he will fade away once into a blue translucent hologram. Wow. Baba Yaga looks to all of you and says, the deck is done. The third set. My time here does draw short. It would be fun to sit back and watch all of you. However, I will have a parting gift, so next time, please come once more.
Ooh.
Ta for now. And Baba Yaga fades once more into the
Before we go into the
Yes.
world, we're all here in this like fortune teller area as the last time to meet Baba Yaga. I'm gonna look to you guys as me, and I'm gonna say, so is she real, or is she like a character from this world that can talk to the real world?
That's a really good
Yeah,
question.
I didn't think that far.
I think this opens a lot of metaphysical doors. You know,
Because she talked to our friend Eli like a
All the
puppet,
time.
and I'm thinking, I think that was Baba Yaga, who is a character in this world who is self-aware and has the power to transcend the world of Galarian and this make-believe world to talk to us, and that's why she's giving us aid, because if Rovagug wins, she loses in that world.
That is true. I could see that happening.
That's why we're not talking to Baba Yaga in the flesh, because she has to possess Eli in order to communicate with us.
That's how the voice comes out perfectly.
That's what I think is going on. And Eli, don't confirm or deny this, Lilith.
I am the FBI. Welcome back to the Bard's Playhouse Presents Tales from Shadow Valley, Season 4, Episode 24, Without a Paddle. This is where we come in today, as per usual, one last time, in the infinite floating void. In front of you, seemingly to going on in all directions, is the parchment of Baba Yaga. Looming high, in a moment, looming high above the horizon, you see her. Flowers in her dress, her dove locks floating about her, is the Overlady Baba Yaga. Hair stark white, skin wrinkled and aged. Her eyes bagged and heavy. She looks down at you and says, "Welcome back, players. It has been quite a long time since our adventure began. Please come forward. As you can see, my time with you grows short. My power wanes, but still I will watch you. Come forward, please."
And I'm gonna. Where am I?
And may I say, you're looking great today.
White really
Love
is
the
your
hair.
color.
Love the hair.
Oh, thank you, children. I truly appreciate that. It takes a lot out of me to keep the walls between these worlds tenuous. They grow thick as the conjunction approaches. My magic grows weak. But I have one last gift to give you. Baba Yaga waves her skinny hands, and all of the holograms disappear. She waves her hands again. All of the cards collect together into one stack. She snaps her fingers and they disappear. And she waves her hand one last time and says, "All of you have shown such promise. I truly hope that you can see this to the end." And before you appears one last card, with all of Luxatumbra upon it. I think so. There it is. And I can share a larger version with you. It has every member of Luxatumbra upon the card.
Oh my
Khan,
god.
Zavid, Danny, Dirge, Demirius, and Frag. And she reaches down her mighty hand and says, flips the card, and standing before you is all of Luxatumbra, past and present. They look to you each and say, "Well, the Overlady had wanted us to bring you this boon, so I hope this will help." And they all begin to read in unison. "Once upon a game top cheery, while my rolls were weak, eyes teary, over many a faint and furious wiki of Pathfinder lore, while I modded, merely mapping, suddenly there came a zapping, as of wizards deftly sapping, trapping spells and demon gore. 'Tis some hero group,' I muttered, 'Luxatumbra at my door. Bid them best, the beast of yore.' Once per long rest, 3 members of Luxatumbra can combine their spells and ability for a try technique. Friendship was the real power all along."
That's cute.
I can give you, thank you, I can give you one specific example, and the rest is up to you all to be clever. Let's say you have a long chasm, and Reese has crossed a bridge to get to it. The bridge got cut by the enemies, so everyone's on the one side, Reese is on the other. He gets his ass kicked. He's down at no health. You need to save him. What are you going to do? You use this to have Zavid empower Khan with a jump spell, or Kabiri's triple jump perhaps. Danny can imbue her with a soothe spell, and Khan can use blink charge to cross the gap and punch Reese with a healing punch. This is what I mean by a try technique. You can form 3 completely different techniques together for a greater whole.
I'm just gonna
The more
be that
clever you-
guy and say, like in Kingdom Hearts 1.
No, like in Chrono
Final
Trigger.
Fantasy,
No,
like in Chrono Trigger,
Like in
like
Chrono
in
Trigger.
all those JRPGs where the people
Yes.
combine their techniques.
Yeah, no, I know.
It's-
That's why I
it's
said I'm gonna be that guy.
It's very specifically stolen from Chrono Trigger, if you need to know. Yes.
I didn't know they had a 3-person technique in that. I thought it was dual techniques.
Yeah, you can get try techniques near the end.
Oh wow! I did not
Yeah,
know
they're
that.
rad as
I never
hell.
finished Chrono Trigger. I wasn't good enough.
Well, I will put the Luxatumbra Heroes of Shadow Valley card into all of your inventories. And yes, once per long rest, you can come up with some type of clever way to combine all 3 of your techniques, spells, or abilities.
How long do we have it for?
Just permanently. This is just a thing you can do now.
Oh, is this indefinitely?
Yep,
Oh.
it's
It's
just a...
you can do it once per long rest.
Yep,
so
once per long rest. So that was my way of making it not super duper broken. Because it's still probably going to be pretty broken, I get the feeling.
Can you put the map back up?
That's like
I can't, just a moment.
multiple concentration spells at the same time. Type
Could
of
be.
thing.
Wait,
Yeah.
does anyone else besides myself and Ash have the Soothe spell?
Just
No.
you 2.
Okay, well at least we 2, if we combine it, we do Suthara, and then if another person combines it, it's Suthaga.
Suthaga?
Yeah.
I'm into that. I'm so cool with you all doing that.
Oh, me and you can make it with giant telekinetic projectile.
Ooh.
Telekinetic
forget-
railgun.
Oh, I like that.
So yes, use this as you see fit. I am leaving it up to your creativity. I am excited and terrified to see how you all use that ability.
Oh, you don't know what you've just done.
I don't. I have no idea what I just did. So,
Uh, I look up at Baba Yaga. I say, this is a really nice send off, but I was kind of hoping that you'd have your own card to give us.
Well, I did have a card within the PCs. It was not the strongest. It was the one that gave you the potentially gives you the knowledge of a single named foe's weakness. Con has
Oh
this
man,
card.
I can't even hide behind my character. That's Shane messing up. I'm sorry.
David would smack you in the head, be like, dude, how can you forget that?
Because normally I'd be like, Zavid didn't remember, but Shane totally remembered, but I can't because it's me. I'm playing myself, so I actually forgot.
There are endless notes in front of me. I have a lifetime's worth of memories of these cards. It is no problem, child.
Alright,
But
this is cool.
hopefully this will help all of you save your world. But for the last time, ta for now. And once more, Baba Yaga fades away into the distance.
You just hear her go, oh! Like that's the end.